Today we're going to take a look at how most body shops in Michigan take care of rust damage or a rust hole. First of all, they would cut out the rust, and all that would be remaining is thick, good metal. Then they cut a patch to fit that opening to where you really only have an 1/8 inch of overlap. And we're not going to butt weld this, we are going to lap weld it. So we're going to lap weld it, then we're going to knock that down and fill it. So today I'm going to show you exactly how that's done. Let me move the camera into a different position and we'll get started. Again, we cut out the old rust, we cut ourselves a patch that fits the hole. Now we're just going to clamp it into place. And I'm just going to do one end first, real tight. I like these kinds of clamps. It clamps it real tight right on that edge. And now to start with, I'm going to put a weld right on that corner, that edge right there, and then another one right here. Then I'm going to push down on this, weld it, and then come back and get the bottom. So my first weld is going to be right here. Then I'm going to put another one right over here. I'm not liking how I want that snug real tight there, so let me adjust this clamp so I get it real tight. I mean, it has to be real tight on there. I don't want it sticking out. And I think that'll work for it. Let me zap it right here. Now it's in place, and now we just have to come around here and weld this. So I'm going to start up here, and then I'm going to do the welds about a 1/2 inch apart and not get it too hot because I don't want to warp it. So you can hold it down, you know, with your hand or a tool like this to push it down. Make sure it's nice and flat. And let me give you a close-up view of those welds so that you can see the tacking process. This is just tacked into place. And this is a close-up view of that patch, and it's just tacked into place. This is very important. That was our first weld, and this one's very important. That was our second weld, because it holds the patch very tightly into place where it's supposed to be. Then our next welds was here, 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 and here. Now we can go about filling in these spaces right here. And we can fill those in as close as we want. We can come and go bang, 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 bang. Let that cool off and go over here. Go bang, 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 bang. Come back here. Zap, zap, zap. Go back here. Zap, zap, zap. Zap, and zap. We don't want to just run a bead all the way around there and then get this area too hot. So let me get the welder set up and the camera set up, and I'll be back. And now we're just going to finish welding this patch in, and I'm going to pick this section right here and just go zap, 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 zap. Then the next section I'll go zap, 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 like that. But before I do the next section, I'll show you what this one looks like. Okay, let me give you a shot of what that looks like up close, and then every section should end up looking like that. And here's a close-up view of that section of welds, and it's just bang, 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 right next to each other, welded solid, no space in between the welds. And you can do each space just like that. When you're finished, grind these welds up, sandblast them, knock them down, and fill them. So let me finish up welding this patch, and I'll show you the finished result. After you've finished welding and you've ground down your welds, sandblasted them clean, and knocked the patch down a bit, it's time to fill it. So we're just going to take some filler here and put that right over our patch. And I like to put it on just a tad thick so that I have something to work with. And I had a little high spot up here, I don't know why, but whatever. I ended up knocking it down. So you basically knock down all your high areas. And you knock down the patch. And you fill it. And then you come back and sand it. And you're finished. We're just going to wipe this on here best we can. And it's a little bit warm in here, so this is going to harden pretty quick. Even though it's the winter time, I do have a stove that's cooking pretty hot right now. And we'll leave that just like it is right there. Come back when it hardens a bit, and I'll cheese grate it. Now we're just going to cheese grate a little bit of this off, just the excess. And so we're just going to be very careful not to take too much off. And then I'm going to come on this flat area and just take some of that off, just the ridges. And now I'm going to come across the lip and just take off those real heavy ridges. After block sanding the flat areas, the next step and the most important step is to use a piece of masking tape to get your body lines completely straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow what I know is good up here. I'm pulling pretty tight, and I'm going to lay this masking tape right down. And we are just going to sand right up to that masking tape. And when we pull the tape, our body line will be perfect. And that should be good right there. Now I stand back and make sure that that looks good. And I think that that looks pretty decent. And now all I have to do is sand up to this tape line right here. And I did mar it a little bit right there, so I'm going to quit. Now when we pull the tape, our body line should be perfect. And that looks good. When I put a coat of primer on, you'll see the finished product. After a couple coats of primer, this is the finished panel. Before I end the video, however, I would like to mention that this is somewhat of a difficult repair in that there's a body line right here, very subtle, but it's sort of hard to get, and there's a body line right here. And if you feel that your body work is not perfect, a product out there that may help before priming it is feather fill. And feather fill is basically a very thick primer or almost Bondo that you can spray on. And how that can help you is that instead of coming over here and spreading filler on this and you know, going through that whole process again, we can hit it real quick with some thick feather fill primer, which is basically a thin layer of filler. And that can help you to block this. You'll have a lot to work with when you block this. And you'll be able to get this body line and whatever else you need, because this can be a very frustrating area. So I hope you enjoyed this video on repairing a rust hole with a welder, with a MIG welder, or welding a patch in. And if you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.